Welcome back to the deep dive. Today, we're really aiming to cut through some of the noise, the marketing hype and all those spec sheets.
Hmm.
We want to help you figure out the perfect cleaning partner for your place. We're diving straight into a comparison, head to head, between two popular Xiaomi vacuums, the G20 and the G20 Lite.
Right.
Our mission, well, it's to uncover the real differences, maybe some hidden trade-offs, and basically find out which one truly fits your specific cleaning needs.
Exactly. And, with so many choices out there, especially for tools we use almost daily, really understanding the, let's say, subtle distinctions
Mm,
between products is just crucial.
It really is.
This isn't just reading off a feature list. It's about giving you that clarity, that insight, so you can make a decision you feel good about. Empowered, not, overwhelmed by it all.
Okay, so let's unpack this then. When we started digging into these two models, the first thing that really jumps out is raw power. It's often the main number people look at.
It is, yeah. The headline figure.
So the G20, which is kind of positioned as the more robust one, it comes in with a pretty formidable 25,000 pascals. That's PAV up suction.
Hmm.
Meanwhile, the G20 Lite, still capable, mind you, offers 18,000 pascals. So that's, a noticeable difference right off the bat.
And what we found really fascinating is what those Pascal numbers actually mean when you're
Yeah.
cleaning your living room. We mostly know higher Pascals mean stronger suction, sure.
Right.
But our analysis kind of pinpointed where that extra punch really counts. The G20's 25,000 Pa isn't just a bit more. It's the difference between just skimming the surface and really digging deep into carpet fibers,
Ah,
pulling out that embedded dirt or
right.
stubborn pet hair that seems to weave itself into everything, or even those heavier crumbs that lighter suction might just kind of push around.
Yeah, I hate that.
It's about not having to go over the same spot 3 or 4 times. So for homes with, say, thick carpets, lots of foot traffic, or, furry friends, that stronger G20 section isn't just nice to have. It's almost necessary for it to feel properly clean.
That makes a lot of sense, yeah. Especially for those really annoying messes. It's like using a garden hose versus a pressure washer, maybe.
Good analogy, yeah. Different tools for different levels of grime.
But then we also see this huge difference in motor power, which I guess explains things further. The G20 has a hefty 460 watts motor. The G20 Lite, though, just 25 watts.
Mhm.
I mean, that is a massive difference. Can our analysis shed some light on why there's such a huge gap, and what does it really mean for how these are built and what they can do?
That's precisely where the core difference really lies. The G20's 460 watts isn't just more power randomly. It tells you it's got a much larger, maybe more industrial-grade motor inside.
Okay.
Think of it like the engine in a heavy-duty truck. It's designed for sustained, tough work. This motor is built for robust, long-term output, and that's what helps it maintain that high 25,000 PA suction consistently.
Right, even when it's filling up.
Even when the dustbin is getting full or you're tackling really dense stuff, it really dictates the whole approach to its cleaning performance. Makes it a real workhorse, capable of handling pretty much any mess you throw at it.
Okay, and the G20 Lite's 25 watts then. What's the story there? Because honestly, on paper, it sounds almost, tiny.
Not tiny, no, but highly optimized for a different job. The 25 watts in the Lite suggests probably a state-of-the-art, very compact motor. It's geared for incredible efficiency, much quieter operation, and, lighter everyday jobs. It's more like a nimble, fuel-efficient city car, designed for convenience and ease of use. It still delivers really good suction for its class, but it gets there through smart engineering focused on, power-to-weight ratio and quietness, not just brute force.
I see.
So while the numbers look worlds apart, they each represent a really effective design philosophy, just tailored for different users. It's less about better overall and more about which design truly fits your way of cleaning.
That's a really key distinction. Okay, so we've covered the muscle, the engineering behind it, but a powerful engine needs fuel, right?
Definitely.
What good is all that power if the battery just dies halfway through cleaning the house? Let's talk endurance, capacity. The G20 offers a longer runtime. It can go for up to 60 minutes on one charge.
Right.
The G20 Lite maxes out around 45 minutes. Now, that 15-minute difference, it might not sound like a huge amount, but it could be a real game changer for some people.
Oh, it absolutely can be. This brings up that important question. How big is your place? Or maybe, how often do you actually want to stop and recharge?
Yeah.
For someone in, say, a smaller apartment, or maybe just doing quick spot cleans, 45 minutes could be totally fine. Plenty, even.
Sure.
But if you've got a larger home, multiple rooms, maybe multiple floors, or if you're the type who likes to do one big whole house clean each week instead of little bits,
Yeah.
those extra 15 minutes the G20 gives you, they become incredibly valuable.
I can see that.
Think about getting through, a multi-story home. Or maybe you're doing a really deep clean after having people over. That uninterrupted flow isn't just convenient, it actually makes the job feel quicker because you're not constantly breaking your rhythm.
And talking about efficiency, capacity comes into play too. We noticed the dustbin is larger in the G20. Seems like a small thing, but maybe not when you're in the middle of cleaning.
It's definitely a convenience factor that, often gets overlooked until you're halfway done and you're constantly trotting over to the trash can.
Right.
A larger dustbin in the G20 just means less frequent emptying. Simple as that.
Yeah.
And that's especially good for homes. With pets, all that hair and dander fills things up fast.
Oh, yeah.
Or if you're cleaning up after, I don't know, a DIY project with lots of debris, every trip to empty the bin just breaks your momentum. And maybe less crucial, but still.
Yeah.
Less contact with the dust you just vacuumed up, which is a small hygiene plus for some. Basically, bigger capacity lets you cover more ground, collect more dirt, and keep that flow going. More time cleaning, less time managing the vacuum itself.
Okay, so we've hit power, we've hit endurance, but sometimes the smartest tool isn't necessarily the strongest one.
Exactly.
What did our insights tell us about balancing that brute force with just the pure user experience, especially thinking about the G20 Lite here? Because what we found really interesting is that the Lite has some definite plus points in the usability department, starting with weight. It's lighter. Predictably, that makes it easier to handle.
And this ease of handling is, well, it's really important for a whole bunch of users in different situations. It's easy to just think lighter vacuum equals less robust, right?
Yeah, kind of.
But what we found in our research is that modern motor tech allows for amazing power density in these smaller, lighter packages. So the G20 Lite is surprisingly capable for its weight. Now think about cleaning multiple floors. Lugging a heavier vacuum up and down stairs, that can be a real pain.
Definitely.
Or reaching up high cobwebs on the ceiling, dusty curtain tops, a lighter vacuum is just much less tiring. For people who maybe have limited strength or simply value maneuverability and ease of use above raw power, the G20 Lite's lower weight makes a huge difference.
Makes sense.
It's all about, effortlessly getting around furniture and just being comfortable during longer cleaning sessions. Sometimes the most powerful tool isn't the best one if it's just too awkward to use regularly.
That's a fantastic point, and I guess that probably feeds into noise levels too. We also found another benefit for the G20 Lite is that it's quieter.
Yes.
For a lot of people, the noise a vacuum makes is a huge factor, maybe even more important than a few extra pascals of suction power.
Indeed it is. A quieter vacuum offers a pretty significant quality of life improvement. Imagine cleaning early on a Sunday morning without waking everyone up.
Ahaha.
Or tidying up quickly while you're on a video call without constantly hitting mute. In a busy household, especially now with more people working from home, a noisy appliance can be incredibly disruptive.
Oh, so true.
Just lets you clean without bothering others or without having to, shout over the vacuum noise. And pet owners often really appreciate quieter operation, too. Some animals get really stressed by loud noises. It turns cleaning from this jarring event into something a bit more peaceful, less intrusive. It's just about, a more harmonious home environment.
It really is those little things that add up to a better day-to-day experience. Now, it's worth just quickly touching on some core features that, both models actually share. We found they have pretty similar charging times, so neither really wins or loses there. And crucially, both the G20 and the G20 Lite come with effective filtration systems, good for dust and allergens, and they both have convenient LED lighting on the head.
Right, the little headlights, useful.
Exactly. So these are kind of baseline conveniences you get either way, which means your real decision, like we've been discussing, it really hinges on those other things: power, battery, capacity, weight, noise, the user-friendliness factors.
Exactly right. Knowing those core things are present in both models helps streamline your choice. It lets you focus purely on the aspects that are really going to impact your specific cleaning habits, your home, rather than worrying if basic features are missing.
Okay. So, what does all this boil down to for you, our listener, when you're actually trying to make that final choice?
Huh.
We've kind of synthesized all this info into some practical recommendations to help you cut straight to the chase.
Yeah, we can really distill this down pretty clearly into sort of two main paths. Go for the G20 if you need more power.
Hmm.
Simple as that.
Okay.
So if you have thicker carpets, those high traffic zones that just collect dirt, or if you regularly deal with challenging messes that really demand strong, consistent suction, the G20 is the undisputed workhorse.
Got it.
And crucially, if you have pets, this is a big one, the G20's higher suction and motor power are going to be your best friends. Pet hair, dander, maybe tracked in cat litter. It all needs serious force to get out properly. The G20 is
Yeah.
built for that.
Yeah.
Less going over the same spot again and again.
Right.
Furthermore, if you want to use it for car cleaning, the G20 is the clear winner there too.
Yeah.
Car interiors are often, a tricky mix of ground-in dirt and mats, crumbs and tiny crevices, pet hair stuck to upholstery. All of that benefits hugely from the G20's sheer power and sustained performance.
Okay. That makes sense. And for those maybe leaning towards the G20 Lite.
Right. On the other hand, choose the G20 Lite if you prioritize a lighter, quieter vacuum for basic home use.
Hmm?
This is for people who really value maneuverability and comfort above all else.
Mm-hmm.
If you have mostly hard floors or maybe just deal with light daily dust and surface debris, its 18,000 pascals are honestly perfectly adequate and very efficient for that. The G20 Lite is ideal for quick cleanups. Maybe a smaller apartment or house, or for users who really appreciate how easy it is to carry up and down stairs or reach high spots without getting arm ache.
Yeah.
And its quieter operation makes it perfect for homes where noise is a real concern, making sure your cleaning doesn't disrupt naps, calls, or just general peace and quiet.
Mm-hmm.
It's really designed for everyday convenience and efficiency, just without the heavy-duty focus of its bigger sibling.
So it really depends.
Ultimately, yes, the best choice truly depends on your specific lifestyle, your unique home setup, and your particular cleaning challenges. You need to take a moment, maybe reflect on your habits, your priorities. Are you like a deep cleaning warrior tackling tough jobs, or more of a quick, tidy master keeping things fresh daily? That's really your compass here.
What a fantastic deep dive. We've really tried to unpack the core differences between the Xiaomi G20 and the G20 Lite today, breaking down suction, motor power, battery life, bin size, and those really key user experience things like weight and noise. Our goal, really, was just to give you a crystal clear understanding of these specifics, to provide maybe a shortcut to making an informed choice that actually fits your life, not just what looks good on a spec sheet.
And, this brings up an interesting question, maybe something to think about beyond just buying this one vacuum. How does understanding these kinds of targeted comparisons actually empower you to make smarter decisions, in every part of your life? By precisely matching the tool to the task, whether it's a vacuum, sure, or maybe a piece of software, or even deciding what new skill to learn, having specific, well-researched knowledge, like what we've just tried to uncover here, is just a really powerful decision-making tool.
That's a great point.
Think about how you can apply that kind of analytical approach to other choices you face, always asking, what's the real difference here? And what does that actually mean for my specific needs?